right now are in their prime, and they are at the top of the division.
And the welterweights are underway.
Kick. George St. Pierre gets Sean Sherk on his back. Sean Sherk with the butterfly guard. He's got double underhooks from his back. Look for Sean to try to sweep George here. George pulls away.
Sherk is unbelievably quick. Quick to shoot, as you mentioned, and quick to escape.
Nice leg kick by Sean.
And when this fight on its feet is a definite disadvantage to Sean Sherk. You can see the reach advantage.
Yeah, and George St. Pierre is an excellent striker. Again, he trains with David Loiseau, who is one of the premier strikers in the 185-pound division. And George St. Pierre is also an enormous 170-pound fighter. Good leg kick by Sean Sherk.
Pierre trying to strike quickly and back away to utilize the reach advantage. There's the shooting technique of Sherk.
Very good takedown defense by George St. Pierre, though. Very nice, forcing Sean Sherk to stand on his feet. Exchange leg kicks. Sean eats a jab. And George goes to take Sean down.
When they start to grapple, when they start to wrestle, this is Sherk in his element.
It is Sherk in his element, but however, this is also George St. Pierre's element. He's no slouch in any faction of fighting.
Quicker exchanges you'll never see.
Nice front leg kicks by George St. Pierre. One of them went a little low.
You all right? You good?
Herb Dean wisely stopping the action, checks. Sean says he's fine.
Todo bien.
Go.
Sean staying in the pocket, throwing punches. Exchange knees inside. Nobody really getting the better of these exchanges.
Yeah, good defense on display to start this first of 3 5-minute rounds. It's the first time this fight has gone into the fence. Again, when they're wrapped up like this, Sherk has an easier time getting leverage behind his punches with the shorter arms.
He has a little bit of an advantage in that when they're in tight. Nice inside leg kick. But again, nice high kick by George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre looking to keep it on the outside, move, use his reach advantage.
Inside of 2 minutes in our first of 3 scheduled rounds.
Good right leg kick and left hook. Sherk continuing to work that leg kick. Oh, nice takedown. What athleticism and power by George St. Pierre. Just lifted Sean Sherk up and slammed him into the fence there.
A violent takedown by George St. Pierre.
He's so explosive. And I don't think Sean expected him to try to take him down.
Boy, the fact that it was St. Pierre that took Sherk down. A total role reversal here. The short blows being exchanged as we approach 1 minute here in the first round.
Sean Sherk in the butterfly guard. He's just trying to neutralize George St. Pierre here. He's got his hands clasped over his back to hold him down. What he's doing is he's keeping George St. Pierre from raising up and dropping down bombs. Controlling his upper body. Trying to do it with underhooks, overhooks, anything he can. Just to try to lock a hold of George's body, keep him from raising up with his elbows. But it's hard. George is slippery, and he's very strong.
Sherk opened himself up with the left when he started punching from his back.
Nice elbows. Damaging elbows by George St. Pierre.
Those were the most effective blows of the night landed by St. Pierre.
Those can stop fights.
When he wanted to check the time in this first round. Into 10 seconds now. Combinations. spent as much time out of doors training as possible since arriving in Vegas a couple of days ago. The action's fast to start the second round.
Again, good right leg kick by Sherk and good punches by George St. Pierre. Sean's got a good left hook in tight, but he has got to get closer. Again, nice takedown defense by George St. Pierre. And George tries to lock up a guillotine, loses it.
Good high left leg kick.
Yeah, he's got that good, nice front leg switch kick. George doing a good job sticking with the jab and landing that high kick again.
And St. Pierre again effective in short combination bursts.
He's doing a good job with that jab. Sean Maggs, a nice leg kick there, though. George with a spinning back kick. A la his teammate, David Loazo, used that kick to stop Charles McCarthy. Oh, looked like a slip there. Good punches by St. Pierre.
Again, this not what we expected. This fight upright, and seemingly to Pierre's advantage, and he's the one that strikes and takes down Sean Sherk.
Sean Sherk just seems to be surprised every time St. Pierre takes him down. He looks a little tired, too. Again, he's been out of action for a while. He has had a fight since his last UFC appearance. He's had many fights, but he's been basically inactive for about a year. He had one fight recently, but it was an easy fight, and that doesn't prepare you for the kind of war that you're going to get when you fight a guy like George St. Pierre. Meanwhile, George St. Pierre has fought tough guys like Jay Heron, and look at this exchange from the bottom.
Boy, St. Pierre with an effective combination of fists and elbows.
Sean Sherk looks to be in pain. His nose might be broken there. He had a look of severe pain on his face. He's in danger of being stopped here. Referee Herb Dean taking a very close look at him. He's covering up.
That's it.
He stopped it. Wow. I believe Sean Sherk has a broken nose. His nose is a bloody mess.
At 2:51 in the second round, Sean Sherk could not withstand an assault of elbows and fists by George St. Pierre, who is the winner in this welterweight bout.